Hello, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. You're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. This is a one-shot as part of Star Wars Saturdays, where on Saturdays for the last almost 6 years, I have been running different tabletop RPGs that have been reskinned or just slapdash shoved into the galaxy far, far away of Star Wars. And this is CU Space Cowboy. It is very, very Cowboy Bebop, like so Cowboy Bebop with the serial numbers slightly filed off that it hurts in a good way. CU Space Cowboy is it's an indie game that I picked up off of Kickstarter, and the designers are known as Tidal Wave Games. I want to give them a little bit of credit because they made a pretty darn cool product. CU Space Cowboy also has influences from Powered by the Apocalypse in that there are mixed successes. It's pretty interesting and easy to stand up game in that character creation is relatively quick and painless. The characters are known as outlaws, but not outlaws in the way that you may normally think. They're called outlaws because they operate outside of the parameters of the law. We're setting this in Star Wars. It is after Palpatine has died the first time, and the New Republic is rising. This is an area so analogous to the Mandalorian, early Mandalorian time frame. There are New Republic. The government does exist in the galaxy. We're not playing in an area that's part of an Imperial remnant, and our vibe is that we're playing in Ceres, the planet that never sleeps. That is a setting supplement for CU Space Cowboy that I quite like. And it is, we'll say it's somewhere on the edge of the mid-rim. And that's all we have to do about that, because there will be a bunch of nerds in Disney who will put it in an appropriate map that can be argued about on fora for the rest of eternity. So it is Ceres, the city, the planet that never sleeps. And we've got two players who I both adore playing with. And I'm so excited that you guys had time and were interested in giving this one shot a go. So let's quickly start from our character keeper from the left-hand side, heading towards the right. Because it's 50-50 shot. Greg, if you could introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your character.
Hey, I'm Greg. I use he, him pronouns. I am playing Pug, or Kikugoog Mrs. A Trandoshan. Bounty Hunter, of course.
What was that, a name generator name? I just have to know. Or did you have fun
That's a
coming
name
up?
generator.
Okay, it's good. It's good.
Just Cug. Cug is the muscle, and Cug is also not super great at muscles, or not as good as he is at long distance sniping. I thought for the longest time that Trandoshans have infravision, so I just gave him infravision. And he also kind of moonlights as a lounge singer, probably not all that well. Um, and let's see. Our bounty is Brio. We've been told this, and Brio blew up my spaceship, the Night Road Queen. So we're gonna pound him into the dirt, right? Right? Great.
Obviously. Stuff. I love it. I have to ask a couple questions. I imagine as a lounge singer, you've worked. Are you the kind of lounge singer who has sung at the Grindhouse, which is in the slums, the sleazy, greasy strip club, or have you sung instead over in the strip at perhaps the Count of Monte Cristo, which is a sea-themed pirate restaurant, or a sea pirate-themed restaurant, or
Oh,
perhaps
I like the sea pirate themed
kind of
restaurant.
okay. Just
Yeah.
so just so we're clear,
I don't think it
like
went over well. It was like a daytime gig,
mm-hmm.
right? It wasn't I wasn't the headliner. And
Okay,
that was probably a good thing.
probably a good thing. Okay, good, good. Thank you for that. Excellent. Steven, you're up. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your character, please.
Um, my name is Steven. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Drath Andemus, whose pronouns are she, her. She's a human thief. She's been getting by after the destruction of her homeworld by running away whenever things get tough, and stealing whatever she can. So she's ended up on Ceres, and um became partners with Cug and Brio in order to do little jobs until Brio, you know, stabbed us in the back and took off with our credits, and now we have nothing. So I'm good at making things work, fixing things if we can, maybe borrowing what we need whenever we can. Not so good at fighting. You're on mute,
I'm
Rich.
talking on mute. Brio, your target, is a member of one of the two main crime families in Ceres. He's the youngest member of the capo, human. He's late teens. I think we're just going to say he's 18. Like he's on the cusp of being a legal adult, but here, what's it even matter? The Bon Pensiero clan is what he is a member of. They control the Stardust Lounge and Casino, the Crater Bowl, and the Grindhouse Strip Club. So they have a lot of connections, and they're even rumored to be associated with the Church of the Process. A transhumanist, or they have more than just humans because we're Star Wars, but we'll call it a transhumanist type of space tech cult. So they're all aggressive, vicious, constantly looking to expand their territory. And Brio, you guys worked with him enough to know he's not exactly into the life, which is why he spent a lot of money setting up this crew with you guys, doing a couple jobs, but until the point when he screwed you guys over, he was pretty like he didn't seem to be into it for the money. It was fun. It was kicks from his the way he was treating it. And then at the end, something tilted. He screwed you guys over, and you've been on the outs since then. Cug, let me ask you, do you know if what Rio do you know if he's passed that along to the other members of his family, his older brother Mono, or his dad, the patriarch and Don of the family, Otello?
If he's passed that along, that
Passed along what you guys have done, and
oh,
do you know if that's a thing he bragged about, or if you guys were his like vacation away from the family?
I like the idea that his older brother Mano knows and is like ashamed, right? Because like they're an organized crime family. They're supposed to be working subtly and blowing up a starship and getting involved in these low level criminals like ourselves. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, this actually the job, you guys luckily weren't painted on it, but there was a pic of Brio and some of the Night Road Queen's explosion that made it to the local news feeds, which is carried by uh, Saracom. Saracom is the only communications network provider in Ceres, the only one you'll need, and literally the only one. They've driven everyone else out of business. They have a tower in Corporation Square, and yeah, so we begin. Oh God, I just got to lean into this lounge thing. So I think Count of Monte Cristo hasn't asked you back, but oh yeah, you got an offer from Grindhouse. Like somebody said, "Hey, this our last singer, he ended up he ended up dead." You want to show up here and sing? You know that the Bompiero family controls it, so that could be a problem. So do you take that job, or do you
Oh.
duck it?
I need the money. I have that debt. I've got to do it.
Nice.
Because I'm guessing this is pre us finding out about the
Oh
bounty.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
the
Okay.
this is the
Okay. Yeah.
credit
Then
sequence.
definitely need the money. So yeah, I take the job, even though I'm hoping that they'll. I think I put on a really bad disguise.
Is that a wig? Is that
It's
an
a
eye
it's.
patch?
I think I'm in my spacesuit, so I'm like doing the lounge singing with the hood up, Star Wars style. How can they know?
Hood up. Oh, that's great. It's great. Cool. And then Stephen, Drath is there at this very sleazy strip club at the Grindhouse. Is Drath there for a mark, or do you have a bounty that you're like a small time you're trying to work it on your own for money? Are you looking to rob somebody? Why are you there?
I'm not going to admit it to anyone else, but I'm primarily there because Cug is singing, and I want to make sure he doesn't have any trouble, that happens. So, but in reality, what I tell everybody or what I tell Cug is I'm really there just to work the room. So I'll slip by the room and sit down and maybe, slide some of the credits that were paid for drinks off the table. Um, and then, go buy me a drink and I'll sit down and we'll, just chill for a little while. And I think, ooh, even better, so I get some credits. I might get a drink from here or there. Um, I don't buy a drink. I steal someone's drink. I just walk off with it. Um, and I think I get some smokes. I get some death sticks.
Oh man, somebody's low on death sticks. That could be pretty
Well, I know
great
that
for them.
I know that it's been a while since you know, I've given him any, so he needs some.
So you snag the death sticks. You're smart enough to where you haven't run into any trouble. You've been able to grab a few drinks that other people have ordered. There is a low level thug, a hut actually, who's on the outs with his family, who's here, and he wins some money at a little not authorized Sabic table that's going on, and then excuses himself to head off, and you're not sure where he's going, but he's left some credits on the table. A few hundred. What do you do?
Um, I check out to make sure to see where Cug is in his set, and I think
What kind of
if
music
he's
does Cug like? Is it very audience interactive? What's his
It
style?
is Trandoshan throat singing.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
it's like sad lament. They're ballads kind of thing. They go on way too long.
Yeah, but I think early on people order more drinks, and that's what makes you popular as the lounge singer here is people get sad.
People get sad.
They get sad when you hear stuff. That's good. That's good. How far are you in the set when this hut, we're gonna call him Gerbo. Gerbo the hut leaves some credits on the table.
It's early. It's still like the first lament of the, first act of this.
It's starting to take like Rhodian space opera quality excitement in my head. I'm just saying.
and is Gerbo like he's playing Sabak with other people, so there's a bunch of other people who are there.
There are
Um,
a few other people there, yeah.
oh, how do I? I'm gonna, basically, I'm gonna walk by as Gerbo's leaving and kind of speak to him briefly. Um, from everyone else's perspective, this looks like, we're together, and I make it look familiar. But to Gerbo, it's like, oh yeah, the bathroom's over there. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Okay.
where you headed?
So it's not
And
an actual conversation, or do you chat with him, or is it
I
cover
think
to set up that you know him for the ones who are back at the table? Yeah.
both. I think it's
Okay.
just a quick little conversation. Primarily, what I want to get out of Gerbo is to find out, how long he's going to be before he comes back, right? And then I'm also setting up so it looks like I know him. So it's whether or not I can walk up and pick up his winnings because I know him and I'm going to go take it to him. So what does Gerbo have to say? Walk up and I'm like, you looking for the bathroom?
So first, I'm going to try voice mod. I've had a lot of problems with voice mod, but of late, they keep Zoom and voice mod are in a constant fight. So tell me if this doesn't sound right, but I can't resist the possibility of using my Titan voice mod because I think it does a pretty good HUD. All right. So with that in mind.
Oh, hey, little lady. I have to drain the lizard.
Well, I sure hope it's a big lizard and it'll take you a little while because a small lizard come back too quick. It's going to look like you don't have much.
It's big enough. I'll show you later, maybe. If you good to me.
And then he slithers off away from you. You feel like he's gonna take a while.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to push my luck as he goes to slither off. I think he has like it's not a backpack. It's more like a purse. But
Oh
a
yeah,
hut would
yeah.
never
It's a
call it a
it's a
purse.
man pack.
Yeah,
It's not a fanny pack. It's a man pack. It's a
exactly.
hut pack. Yeah.
And I'm going to take that. I'm just going to
Oh,
slide it off of his shoulder.
I think that we should hit our first break. Breaks are like moves in PBTA, and I think that you are definitely the moves is one of the stats. So the break is when you do a thing and there are rules for it. It sounds like you are trying to do something cool, likely, right? Let me double check here. Break stuff, disarm someone,
Probably.
get in a fist fight, handle some, knock someone else, lift heavy stuff, strain, scale a wall, get in a fist fight, get in a firefight, dodge, dip, disarm someone, blow someone up. Big stuff, gather intel. Street smarts? Is it just street smarts? There's a
So,
break, a tab with nothing but breaks, but let me see if I can.
what I'm going to say is I don't try to steal this from him. I try to flirt a little bit because he's kind of saying, maybe I'll show you later. And I'm like, yeah, you should find me later. I'll bring this pack back. And, that way I know you'll find me.
Oh, so you're just doing it right in front of him
Yeah, I
to
think this is
see
more
if you can
social
boldly get away from
engineering,
it.
flirting
Oh,
back. Yeah.
neat. That
So I think
I
that makes it more like cool and talking and that kind of stuff.
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think you're manipulating somebody. Charming,
Yeah.
persuading, convincing. So let's have you roll with manipulate, which is under cool. You have a D12 in cool. Now, your talent happens to be borrow stuff in quotes. It seems
hey.
like that's your thing. So you're
Okay.
going to roll a D12 and a D4. You are looking for a 10 plus result. You get to add those dice together. You currently have no juice, just so we're clear. We'll talk about juice in a second.
Okay. So that is a 6.
Okay. So, with a 6 in this lovely game.
Man, and that D4 saved my bacon. I got a 4 on that. And I got a 2 on the D12. Man.
All right. Now, 4 or less in this setup is a fail. A 5 to 9 is a mixed success. So you are right there in that mixed success. They'll require assurances. And I think that makes sense. You're just saying, hey, I'm going to take this. He looks at you and he smiles very, very broad mouth. He says,
Gerbil doesn't know you? What do I get of yours, little lady?
And I think I'll hand over my what's it called? Code string ID chip.
"Oh, okay. Wow, that's big. Yeah.
What is that called?
What is that called?
Code chain
Code
code.
Chain code.
chain
Chain
code.
code.
Code
Yeah.
chain code. Yeah.
So I think I hand over my chain code. I don't know if it's a real one or not. Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out later.
Yeah. But I hand over my chain code and say, just so you can find me.
I find you.
Yeah. Yeah, you will.
Well, you have borrowed his man pack.
Yep.
And you see that there's one of the dancers is she's made her way over. She's a Togruta. She's made her way over to the other Sabak players and is sitting on one person's lap, and he's handing her his glass of intoxicants. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk over and collect Gerbo's winnings and, say, Gerbo's cashing out tonight, boys. He's, taking a short break, and then we're gonna head out. It's been lots of fun, and I'm gonna just scoop them into his pack.
Oh, that what do they care? They just saw that. I feel like that just happens. Just do that thing. Yeah, you scoop a couple hundred credits into the man pack and
But I think while I do that, the camera kind of zooms in and I make eye contact with Cug, and I'm like scooping it in and like
nice. Cug, you finish up your act. And there's not much of a green room. This is a strip club. It's basically just an area where you could put on whatever you've got to put on. But your comm unit, the little video pops up of the BNet, which if you look on the Ceres tab or Ceres, BNet is the posting channel that throws up new bounties. And you see that the latest bounty that's been posted is a threat level 4 Brio Bompensiero. 2,500 credits. 2,500 smackaroos. 1 for abduction and stealing private corporate information.
Trying to think if I have like an inkling of what, right? Because does it say who he stole what from or who he's abducted?
It does not. You may, if you
Yeah.
want to try to find out more, you may need to
Make a break. Yeah. So as Cug is gathering, taking the hood down, right? 'Cause nobody noticed. It's totally cool. There's so many other Trandoshan throat singers. Grabs his rifle and yeah, I'm trying to think where, like, like what has he got himself into now? Like, what would he have stolen? Maybe not from his own self, but yeah. They're just kind of like going through. There's got to be like footage, right, of like the person like looking through details of what they put out for the bounty to try and figure this out.
So you're trying to, I'm sorry, I wasn't sure what you meant by that.
No, like
They
they present the bounty, like it's got his face, and then there's probably like little videos on the side of him in like security cameras or something.
Got it.
Trying to like
Yeah.
connect the dots, right? Like this is his last known location. Like, okay, is that near a corporate headquarters? Is there somebody he's, who would he have abducted?
Yeah. Okay, that totally makes sense to me. And I think watching for a little bit, you see some of the footage it's in the corporate sector, and it is near Saracon or Saracom HQ. As you see that there's like a picture, grainy footage of him with a blaster pistol, and he's forcing someone to hack into the Saracom HQ system.
Ooh. All right. Can I like read a situation to try and figure out who he might be? Like, who's this hacker that he's gotten himself?
Ooh. Okay. So trying to get a little bit of info about who, because abduction is part of this. You're trying to see who might have been abducted.
Yeah, that's my inkling that he's abducted
Okay.
the person.
I'm not entirely sure that's a read a situation. It feels like maybe
Okay.
it's more gather intel.
Sure.
Gather intel, and I'm modifying this. That is a brains.
Okay.
Not your strong suit.
No, not my weak suit either.
That's true. And read a situations under the same. So
And improvision does not really apply here. So I'll be rolling a single D8.
really looking forward to the moment when it does.
Someday. That's a 4.
Well, it turns out that you gain a juice.
Juice.
Failure
I
gets
got
a juice.
That
You
must
got
be good.
juice. So juice is a toggle. You don't get double juice. You either have juice or you don't have juice. So go ahead and mark the. Oh, weird. Did my dice thing all? My dice stuff disappeared.
I see.
Aw.
Oh, on the I don't know what that one. Whatever.
A28. Aw. That sucks. Anyway, I'm not sure why that happened, but that's okay. B7 breaks 2. So I see. 2. Let me see if I figured it out. I'll
Did we
fix it.
break the dependency?
I broke it, and it should be okay. I broke it, and I fixed it. Yay! Sorry. So you fail, and you were trying to gather intel.
So yeah, I think there's nothing conclusive, at least from what I can tell.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you just failed to get the info. What a bummer. That is so kind of lame. But
who would know though? It's Drath.
yeah, I think what happens is that you are gathering some intel. This guy doesn't know anything. Why? And hey, why are you even asking? Yeah, I think what happens, you're looking for a little bit of information, trying to figure out, who is that person? And that is when someone steps into the little green room, which I'm thinking is about the size of a closet. And they say, hey, it'll be somebody who knows you. Let's say that it's one of the people, the employees. She used to be a dancer, but something's happened and she's not a dancer anymore. And she says, hey, Cug, do you work with Drath, right?
Duck. I'm Duck.
Right. Right. Yeah, right. You work with Drath, right?
Yeah.
I think she's in a little bit of trouble. Gerbos. She's tried to rob Gerbo. That's not going to go well.
I grab the big spaceship wrench as the melee weapon and make my way out into the crowd.
Sweet. You make your way into the crowd. You see over by one of the private Sabek tables that Drath is just slinking away. She's got a little man pack slipped over her shoulder, and you see Gerbo the Hut. So Cug, you know a bit about Gerbo that maybe Drath doesn't. Why are people afraid to cross Gerbo the Hut?
Oh, blinds and fails.
Yeah, good call.
There's a legend out there that Gerbo sent assassins like across the galaxy to kill somebody, like over a minor infraction. And Gerbo knows it's true because he's the one who did it.
Oh, wow. So yeah, Gerbo's coming out of the restroom area, scanning across, and he spots Drath leaving with this man pack. What do you do?
Put it back. Put it back.
Oh, so you're rushing over to Drath to urge
Yeah.
her to put it back?
Put
Okay.
it back.
You put your hood back up? Is that why you're talking so quietly?
And I think so. Drath is headed towards the exit. Glad that you're there. I think puts an arm around, probably your waist, because I think you're bigger, and you're like, put it back, and I'm like, but it's almost 200 credits.
I got paid. Put it back.
And I think I turn around and I head back. I'm like, okay, but you owe me. And I think I head back towards where the bathroom is. And Gerbil's
Yeah.
already come out.
Yes, he has.
And I'm like, that's whenever I clock what Cug was saying. And I think I walk up and I hang that bag over Gerbo's shoulder and say, I got your stuff for you if you're ready to leave. In the process, I'm going to take something out of the bag.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You're such trouble. This is delightful. I think let's see. What yeah. I think you're either doing disarm someone or dodge, dip, duck, dive, and why does it say dodge twice? That's so weird. But it's dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Cool.
So let me roll that. That's a D8. So I cannot succeed. Right?
That's right. You
That's
cannot
weird.
succeed fully on a D8 if you don't have a talent.
Can I assist?
Oh.
You certainly can. What does that look like? And then let's see how it goes.
I mean, it's a distraction, right? I think with my earnings from my singing, I call up another round. And it's I'm buying a round for all of the people, and this it just wipes me out for the evening.
And it's swill, right? It is not.
Yeah. Whatever you want from the well. Yeah, it's
Good. I love it. Sweet.
Okay,
So the way that helping works, we talked about it before, but I just want to make sure that are all clear. Is you're both going to roll and you add it together. But if you don't get a full success, it is a failure. So you have to get a 10 out of this.
Now,
okay.
do I roll with the same die that Drath is rolling with? Because then I would be quite good at this. Or do I roll with like cool or muscle. Like
Both players will roll all their dice as if performing the breaks separately. If there's a strong narrative reason, makes sense. Mini breaks are solo activities by default. So be creative. So I think we you can help even after applying juice. Neat. I'm willing to hear what break you feel applies to what Cug is doing to help.
Well, actually, let's do a rewind real quick.
Okay.
I think just to narratively get myself in and help Drath more, I'm just gonna take a swing at the bouncer. Because
Okay.
that is more like that's enough distraction. It'll get his attention, and I'm way better at that than I am at like schmoozing people.
Hold on. I just realized a thing. I feel like as I think about this, it's either a pass or fail at this point, right?
Right.
And I think it needs to be on the break that is initiated, because otherwise a success in a fist fight wouldn't make sense as a help for Drath per se.
Copy. Okay. So I am doing the dip, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge again kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm rolling the same die. Got it. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I had to think that through.
No,
I appreciate
it's
you guys
all
waiting.
good.
I'm gonna roll first, so I'm gonna roll my D8. And I got a 7.
We got pretty good chances. All right, I'm gonna roll my D12. Yes, full success. 15.
Yes.
Okay, nice work. That is a high number. So on a 10 plus with dodge dip, you can dodge. If you can dodge your wrench, you can dodge anything. It says about the move. On a 10 plus, you avoid the danger. So you Drath with Cug throwing a punch to distract folks are able to slip out some of. Oh, you're just well. It's a full success with a 15. You tell me, what is it that you've slipped out?
Okay.
Is it a
So
cred stick? Is it something else? What do you think?
I'm gonna toss some things out on the table.
Mhm.
It could be my chain code, right?
Sure.
It could be that I slipped someone else's chain code to him, so I pull out someone else's chain code. It could be some creds. It could be maybe his comm unit. I think since it's a full success, I probably have enough time to figure out what what I'm grabbing, right?
Mhm.
And my chain code wouldn't be in that bag. My chain code would be
That's
on
true.
him.
It can't be
Yeah.
your chain code is with him, so not an option. Either. So then why would you reach for a chain code? You're probably looking for creds. You just want to
Yeah.
get some.
Well, I want to get just a little bit so that I want to get something he wouldn't really notice. Right? Because if I get noticed, that could lead to a fight and I'd have to run away again. So something minor that would be important to me but unimportant to him.
Could be set of keys to a speeder. Could be. Are you like that? If I keep going, if that's the one, then
Yeah.
set of keys to a speeder, like a starter for a speeder. Nice. That's what you slip out of there, and you bring up and present the man pack to him.
I actually reach over and I put it across him. And that's part of the distraction and slip the keys out. I think they're like in a side pocket or something like that. And I say, hey, I got your stuff from the table for you. Are you ready to have a good time?
Very good. I looked you up. I thought you were going to be trouble, but you're smart.
Oh, honey, I'm always trouble.
And he thinks you're inviting him to go with him somewhere. Is that you're gonna pull a fast one? You're gonna try to take him to one of the champagne room or something? He'll pay a few extra credits to get a private room back there.
I look over at Cug and I'm like, Yeah, okay. So, Gerbo, why don't you go get us a room? I'll be right back. I need to go powder my nose. And I reach out my hand for my chain code,
He hands it to you.
and I'm gonna go back where the bathroom is and crawl out a window or something like that.
Awesome. You don't have to
Yeah.
roll to do that. That is just a thing you can pull away. So,
Hug
Cug,
is
you start a
already-
fight. Yeah.
Yeah, Cug is there below the window because he knows how Drath gets out of buildings.
And I kind of jingle the little starter, and I'm like, we got us a ride.
Look. And Cug hits the thing and shows the brio is now a bounty.
Very,
get-
very good bounty.
Let's get this Slimo.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. And even better, I'm gonna reach around. I'm gonna grab your wrench that you have, your pipe wrench. I'm gonna reach around so we're outside the window, and I'm going to smash the window, and then cut myself a little bit with it and leave that behind. So it looks like I've been abducted, right? Gerbo's gonna be upset, but I didn't
Oh,
stand him up. I'm like, I just leave a little cut there on the window, and then we'll head on out. Oh, even better. I tell
my
Cug,
wrench.
yeah.
I'm fine with
hand,
you taking the wrench. It's fine.
but I think I tell Kurg, carry me off. So any cameras would pick you carrying me off. Put up your hood so they won't recognize you and carry me off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I think we've got a speeder to go see if we can find Brio. So while
Let's
we're
do
in the
it.
speeder, I'm going to ask you. So who put out the bounty for Brio?
Well, that would have been a good detail. Who put out the bounty for Brio?
Because he's connected with family, right? I mean,
Right.
Would be a great detail if you hadn't blown the
Yeah.
break there.
Yeah.
If it's his family, we're okay. But if
It
it's
doesn't matter.
I'm not sure I want trouble with his family. They could mess us up more than the bounty's worth. Maybe we decide that later. Maybe we get Brio and we either take him back to his family or we turn him in for the bounty. We just got to get him first.
How could they be upset? It's a legitimate bounty.
You guys are moving along, and I like this. So, Cug, since you're our music person, what is the music that's playing as you guys are cruising along in the speeder? And then, Drath, what is a special accommodation in this speeder for a hut's proclivities or size or things that they're interested in having in their vehicle?
If you got it first, go ahead, Stephen.
It has it's a bench seat to accommodate him, and it's climate controlled. The seat itself is climate controlled, so that you can adjust it so it keeps his temperature up, or it will lower his temperature
Yeah,
if
butt
needed.
warmer. That's great.
Yeah.
And I guess it's like big enough for a slug to sit in, so maybe
Side
saddle. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
almost like a bench seating kind of deal. That's cool.
Yeah.
And the music, it's a Max Rebo, but it's like it's the techno remix of
Oh
a
man,
Max
it's Revo remix.
It's a Rebo remix. And it, as try as we might, it doesn't really turn off.
It's true. Why'd you ever want to turn it off? It's a feature, not a bug, he would say. Sweet. So, per the bounty, which if you look on NPC's tab, that's where it is listed, the one for abduction, stealing private corporate information. And it is, sorry, the bounty is 2,500 if you return the info and the person who has been abducted. It is double if you return them alive. 5,000. So, last known location is the slums, Village of the Damned.
Oh, we're in the slums right now.
That's true. You're. Oh my goodness! Who put the grindhouse thing in there? That looks
Oh,
awesome.
I threw that in there.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we should. You want to go to the last location, Draft? We know he's not there.
Yeah, if it was easy, someone else would have done it already. So we know a little bit about him because we've worked with him.
If you're the
Let's.
smart one, maybe you should do that.
Yeah, I think. How about if how about if we if I try to figure out what kind of hiding spots he would have in this area? Like, did he ever talk about someplace or anything like that?
Nice. Okay, that sounds
That's
great.
either gather intel or book smarts or read a situation, I think.
It could also be street smarts. I could see
Yeah.
street smarts or gather intel. Either of those working. You choose which of the traits you're most interested in rolling, and we'll make it happen.
If I were talking to people, it would be gather intel. Street smarts would be trying to figure out from what he's already said. So I like that better. I'm going to roll a d12. And it makes the swing, it makes, success a possibility. So I'm going to roll that. I got a 2! Okay.
Hey, you get some juice. You get a juice out of that. Unless you
Nice.
didn't have juice before, right?
I did not. And what juice does is you can use it after you fail in order to roll the dice again, and you add the results.
You add the results to what you already rolled. So the chances of making it after juice is really high. But then you've used your juice and you have to cycle through to earn it again.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. I hadn't thought, is there XP in this game?
There is not.
Okay.
That I'm aware of. I didn't see any of the rules.
Okay. So one shot is good. Okay.
Yeah, one shot is good. Sweet. So yeah, you fail to gather intel, and according to the move of, you went with gather intel, right? Or did
I
you
went with street smarts.
Street smarts. Awesome. You got nothing. Wow, these fails are really not interestingly written.
Let's make it better. Let's say I ended up in some place like the vacated tenements that are there.
I mean, maybe that's we don't know, so we just go to the last place he was, right?
Yeah.
We go to the Village of the Damned.
I like it.
And
that's where the homeless live. Okay.
Yes. Yes. So a little bit more info on Village of the Damned, because you guys are residents. This is where the homeless live, of course, as I said. It's a massive tent city full of makeshift homes, ever growing since it's ignored, never swept or relocated. Tarp, broken boards, cardboard, wire, strings of dirty clothes and cloth, and who knows what else make up the domiciles. Cops don't bother coming here. There's no profit in it. There's no typical denizen of the village. Old and young alike are here, all different ethnicities and species, 1,000 different sad stories to tell. This is where often foolish bounties will try to disappear in. Most villagers, you would know this, are armed. Guns or makeshift blunt makeshift instruments, like nail bats. They fight to defend their stuff if pushed or challenged. And yeah, watch your wallet if you pass through here. There's a lot of clever hands in the area. And I think you guys start off in the village. You're moving around to try to find Drath. You imagine you ask a few people, maybe spread some little light amount of creds kind of deal.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think it's I dig around in the bench seat and find like some change. And that's what I use.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you find a little bit of change. You're passing around. People are saying, "Oh yeah, I saw him," or "Oh yeah, that sounds good." Tug, you spot. I think you know them. Their name is Vamp. They're a member of the Fly Clan. The Flies Clan. It's a group of bunch of like kids and preteens who work out of the Village of the Damned, and they pickpocket Drath. You see Vamp when she scampers away. Drath was in a conversation with a person who was gesticulating wildly, standing outside of standing by a barrel fire, and that's when Vamp, the Fly Clan member, loosed her pocket.
Can I say what they took?
Oh, for sure.
The death sticks. They took the death sticks I'd pulled off the counter. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
excellent. Yeah, I'll like try to grab Vamp as they run by.
Okay. She, her pronouns. Let's
Sure,
go
yeah,
to the
okay.
names and species helper, and it's a female Deveronian. And the Deveronians, if you remember, they're male, female. They have very different. I can't remember what it's called, but like dimorphism. I think they look very different. So, she's a furry little scamp. I think she's got a few scars from scraps and the like. So you're gonna grab her then before she gets away?
Just as a callback, put it back.
Nice. Love it.
Put it back.
I think is that manipulate someone? Persuade, convince?
Yeah,
Manipulate
it's
somebody?
intimidate, but I don't
see intimidate in there.
Yeah, so it's manipulate. That's fine.
All right.
So do talents only fall within their
Within the
Yeah.
trait?
Okay. Yeah. I think that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If you want to intimidate them, it would be like cool. But if you actually twist their arm to take it, then that would be muscles, right?
Yeah.
So if you
yeah,
took
because there's
action-
restrain someone.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Do you want to just reach up and restrain them?
What does restrain do?
Hold someone in place, handcuff them, tie rope around them.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll restrict because I think I'm just gonna drag her back to Drath.
Fair.
And then actually I have binders, so that gives me +2. What do you know?
Oh, awesome. Thank goodness you bought stuff. Look at that. +2 to restrain someone.
All right. So D10 +2. +2. And she's trying to get away, of course.
Oh, yeah. She's definitely not interested in being stopped.
5. Rolling so hot today. You are wrestling them. Make another attempt. Just roll again. Can I could juice, right?
You could juice for sure, and that will
Okay.
definitely pay off.
Unless I roll low again.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll burn the juice. All right, so
the juice.
my previous
Burn
D10 was a 3. 3 is +2. 5, 5, 8, 9, 10. That's a 10.
Nice. Great work. I wasn't sure if you pulled that off, but you did it. Sweet. So with a 10 on restrain someone, you fully restrain them. What does that takedown look like? She's fighting. Like she doesn't know you're just trying to restrain her, so she thinks, "Oh, I'm gonna die if this
Yeah, no,
happens."
she's fighting and fighting, and I'm probably toying with her a little bit because I'm stronger than her. And then what she doesn't realize is that I'm really only fighting with one hand tied behind my back because I'm getting out the handcuffs, and I throw them on her real quick as she like swings her arm. I get her, and I drag her back towards Drath.
Oh,
Give it,
oh, come
give it,
on.
give
Oh,
it
I need
back,
this.
give it back.
What did she steal from you again? I'm sorry.
The death sticks.
Yeah. She like pulls out this, and they're kind of crumpled up because it was just a cheap pack, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So in the fight,
half
it got all
used and-
crumpled,
yeah.
half used. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, those are yours, Cug.
Oh, well, take out death stick.
And it's kind of
give
crumpled on the end.
Yeah, I give Vamp one back, and then I take off the binders. Get out of
So-
here.
Well, wait. So you owe us. We could have taken you out or turned you in for stealing. And we don't need much. We've been looking for this guy, and I pull up like the hollow of him. Have you seen him around here anywhere? I mean, there's nothing in it for you.
Except maybe more death sticks.
She glances over at you when you throw that out, and she is interested. Now, I saw mention of rolling with advantage and disadvantage, so I think what I'm going to do is say you've got enough of a situation here to where you are trying to either street smarts or gather intel, and I'll let you do it with advantage.
So this feels more like gather intel than sweet street smarts, because we're talking to someone. And that would be just roll 2 dice and take the better?
Correct.
Okay. So I got a 7. That's the better of them.
Ooh. A 7 on gather intel is information may be incomplete or compromised. Yeah, she says, I'll tell you, but you got to cut me in. That's a lot of credits.
Yeah, but you've done nothing.
Yeah, well, I can point you to where he is.
Okay. You point us to where he is. You come with us.
And
'Cause
you
we
get
don't
death
know.
sticks.
Yeah. She says, okay, I'll come with you. Yeah, I'll come with you. I'll lead you, she says, and she starts scampering ahead. And she has a pretty pronounced limp. She's not able to move fast, but she has really good hands. She's been able to keep use of her hands, and she leads you guys to the junkyard complex and chop shop.
So I nod to Cug as we leave, the speeder behind, that we've been, kind of troodling around in. I nod to Cug and I toss the keys into the speeder.
Oh, you're planning on making sure he gets stolen?
Yeah, because I don't want this hot
Yeah,
speeder. I want someone
right.
else to take the blame
Someone
for
else's problem now.
it. Yeah.
As we get close to this chop shop,
And we don't need it anymore. We're about to find Brio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cug will sort of hang back because he's better at fighting at a distance, right? So, if he tries to weasel his way out, I'm going to find a point of advantage over this chop shop.
Okay. Drath, have you traded anything at the junkyard complex and chop shop?
I'm sure I have. Oh,
Okay.
well, maybe not at the chop shop directly. I'm sure I've done something in this village, but I haven't done direct trade with them before, but I know where a speeder is if they can get there fast enough.
The owner and operator of the pile is known as the Junk Lord. He is human. He's in his late 60s. He has a cybernetic leg. that looks like maybe he put it together. And there's a garage here that specializes in fast teardowns. So this is a chop shop. This is the place where people will bring that speeder. In fact, if you stick around long enough, it will show up. But Vamp leads you guys, and as you guys are moving through the slums towards the big rust-colored junkyard, she whistles from time to time, and you see eyes in alleys and alleys. It's a tent city, but people watching the kind of move, and you'll hear people whistle ahead of her. It's obvious she's in communication with other people as you're moving along, and you've evidently they're not bothering you. So Vamp must think you guys are really going to cut her in on this. Cug, how do you feel about her expectation of, she's going to get her first bounty, even though she's not authorized to collect that bounty. She's not an outlaw like you guys.
We'll cut her in for a few credits. I'm sure that's what she's thinking. That she'll get like 10 credits.
This is great. So, because there've been problems with theft, the junkyard complex and chop shop, it is a walled area, and Vamp just plans on walking right up and heading through. There's a droid that is on patrol. It is an old B1 that's been it's like 6 different B1 battle droids at this point. It's kind of the ship of Theseus B1 battle droid in a way.
And the different pieces of them all talk to each other?
Of course, it's not out loud, but like there's just one voice. But yeah, they're definitely in communication.
Yeah. So Vamp, this is the place? Where was he?
Oh, yeah, he's in there. Junk Lord's hiding him out. No problem. Just...
Well, Junk Lord's not going to just turn him over to us, right?
That's not my problem. I led you to him. Where's my money?
We don't. Of course, we don't have your money. Yeah, we don't have your money. We haven't gotten the bounty.
Oh yeah, we didn't get that.
You can't hear it?
A little bit.
Someone created an actual B1 droid voice.
Oh.
It's cute, but it's also a little
I could hear it. It just seemed like it was a little bit tinny,
too
and
shrill,
low,
too low, and
too low a volume. Yeah.
Is this any better?
Yeah, I can hear that.
A little bit.
Identify solo.
And I think I'm going to walk up. I'm going to walk right up to the droid and put an arm around it and say, "Oh, business people, we're here to help make money." And I take a look at Vamp and,
Vamp thumbs up, and then she realizes, wait, maybe she's supposed to talk, and she says, she comes up and says, we're here to see Brio.
Oh, no visitors. Don't make me shoot you. I will do it. And I have good aim.
I'm going to turn off the droid. I'm right up next to it. I've got my arm around it. I'm going to find either the right wire to pull out or just do something.
Switch him off. That's awesome.
Well, or disassemble, like he's just pieced together. Maybe there's a weak point or something.
Yeah. First thing I saw was Hack the Planet, but let me see if there's another.
Fix stuff.
Oh yeah, the anti-fix stuff. That's just great. Brains.
Okay, and fix stuff is my talent too.
Ooh. Roll that D4.
I'm gonna D4. Oops. Let's roll both of those. So that is a 5 total. Barely.
This is wild. Seeing the dice math on this thing is just
Crazy.
okay. How does this even look? With a gear is usable for one time only, and then it
Oh.
breaks. Yeah. Hmm.
Maybe it gets one shot before it gets
Sounds
shot off
great. We
before
get
it
some
disassembles.
wounds.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you reach the site, then fires, and I'm gonna roll a D2, or a D4, and Cug, you are 1 and 2, and Drath, you are 3 and 4, and he shoots Drath.
Okay.
I think he's shocked, but
You.
and then he turns off. But he has shot you, so you can mark. So we'll quickly look at wounds. If you receive a wound, you can come up with what the wound is. You've been shot. You get to define where you were shot, and you will take a single wound.
Okay. And what's the consequence of wounds?
Cool. So Outlaws will be brought back. No, I got your state was did heal. Okay. All right. So 2 types of wounds: wounds and double wounds. A double wound's worth 2. If you reach 4 wounds, you're in critical condition. You're the 5th, you're unconscious. It doesn't look like there are any.
Okay.
Yeah. You can get exhausted if you have a certain wound state, but just having a wound just needs to get healed, and it'll keep adding up, and it can cost a lot of money or time. That's it.
Okay, so I wrote down shot by shot, and I think I'm gonna hit the ground, make it look a little bit worse than it is, and have Vamp help me get into the place.
Nice. Cool. So yeah, Vamp.
So Cug will just, I was gonna hold back, but I think Cug will just like be the one who like bashes in the door. And like really sell how wounded Drath is, even though it seems like it's maybe more of a cosmetic with just 1 wound.
I think I cut my finger when we left the bar. Like
Yeah.
I said that,
Right.
and I smear that, like, I reopen that little cut and smear it all over. And yeah.
Your droid's lost its mind. Look what it did to my friend. And
Oh, man,
rapidly
this is
looking
good.
around trying to find Brio.
Sweet. So you guys hustle in. There is a little bit of a courtyard here. You see that there is a set of offices that are up on a 2nd story, so he has good visibility. There are a number of droids. Like, it looks like ramshackle, half functioning droids are the majority of the workers here, because you don't have to pay them anything. And the junk lord will limp out to his little balcony area, looking down at you guys as Drath is playing the very, very hurt. And Vamp, her eyes, she looks so worried for you. She's playing into this. She's trying her best. She really thinks she's going to get paid more than 10 credits, so she's putting it all on the line. So Cug, you've started this little bit of
Yeah. I'm trying to break down the door.
You mess with a droid with a gun, idiot.
Let us in. And at that point, I'm going to haul back and headbutt the door. So that's it's leaning into my break stuff,
Headbutting.
maybe.
Yeah,
Headbutting
break
and
some stuff.
I'm gonna try and break down that door. All right, so that is a D6 and a D. No, not D6. That's a D10 and a D4.
D10, D4. Oh man, good luck.
I haven't even looked at the consequences of failing. Here we go.
It's boring.
That's 4.
Hey, you get juice.
I get juice. Oh boy, I'm dazed, aren't I? What is the? Do
Yeah,
I take a wound?
think. I think you're gonna take a wound. You slam your head into the door. It leaves a
is
nice Trandoshan.
Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, you busted your head, and you're gonna take a wound from that. And Junk Lord, his eyes get wide because what do you think you're doing? He reaches in his little leg and opens up and pulls out a blaster pistol. It's a bad angle, but he's at least brandishing the blaster pistol. Says, "Get your stupid faces out of here! I'll have to shoot you."
Who built a door like this? Now your doors hurt me.
We're here for business. We didn't. The droid shot us but we have cred, and we need. There's a speeder.
I'm listening.
It's just that direction. It'll be coming in soon. And, it's work for you. Finder's fee.
What do you get out of it?
Finder's fee. But your droid shot me.
And then your
Yeah.
door hit me in the head.
How are we supposed to do business if you're shooting people up and hitting them with doors?
Sounds like you're trying to persuade him. Let's see you manipulate. And it sounds like Cug might be helping.
Okay. So I'm going to roll my cool.
Mhm.
I got a 5.
Throwing my D6 in there. That's a 1.
I got a 6.
Oh my God.
Well, wait. Now's a good time for me to juice it. So I've
Yeah,
got
you can juice it.
Yes.
That wasn't a fail, though.
You can.
No,
I
that
think
is
you can.
because I'm helping. It is a
Yeah,
fail.
it's a fail. It's a fail.
Oh, it is a fail. Okay, so yeah, now's a good time to juice it. So I'm going to do that and roll my D12 again. So that's a
7.
6 and 7 is 13. Okay.
A 13. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a moment where he's like, I'm not sure, but then it's a little special something you add to it, and he goes over and he hits a button. As the lock disengages, and you guys can push and walk into the courtyard with you still feeling a little dizzy. Cug and Drath, you still got your wound, but he's staying there. He goes, all right, I got a team. I got a team. And Vam says, oh, we're getting it. Don't worry, it's on its way. The speeder. Just so you know, Junk Lord, it's Gerbos. Gerbos. You better strip the identifier off of that. Yeah, of course. What? Fly Clan, we got it. So he says, what? He'll move over. He's still standing on his balcony looking down at you guys like he's someone's story above. What is you? Hey, you're the singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very good. Yeah. Got any recordings?
I never thought about doing recording.
And I lean over, I'm like, recordings cost money.
Oh, no, I don't have any recordings.
Yeah, what do you guys got to trade other than the speeder? Finder's fee? What's going on?
Yeah, finder's fee. We're owed a finder's fee, and Cug here could do a private performance if you want. I mean, it'll just cost you a few credits, and
you see that there's another B1 droid that comes out of the main office area. It's looking at you guys, not engaging. It does have a rifle. It also is several different B1 droids bolted together. And then it heads back inside.
so I think I kind of flinch whenever it comes out, and I make sure Vamp is on that side, shielding me from the droid. But I think we should, I kind of edge Vamp up, like we should head up there, where the boss is.
It smells real bad.
Money, man, money.
We're coming up. She will boldly say, and then head to the ladder to start moving up. She limps a little bit, but once she's able to, use your hands to pull her up. Yeah, sure. You guys come up and to his office area. He's got some various bits of swill that he doesn't offer you, but pours himself. And you see there's an area where he could potentially, I don't think he really meets with clients as much as just a sit around area. He doesn't have many guests. Vamp will go over and grab one of the bottles and pour herself something, looking at it, just waiting for him to tell her not. And then she drinks it quickly.
And we don't see Brio anywhere?
Rio is not in this room. No.
Yeah, Cug is looking at Vamp, being like, "Where is he?"
Oh,
Said he was
Vamp.
here.
He's here.
I
Didn't say he was here.
I cuff her a little bit, and I'm like, do your job. So I think it's time to look around. I'm going to look around and see what I can find.
And I think Cug is being forced to sing while you're looking around.
He's asked us to. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that? I've been thinking about this. I think that's keeping cool under pressure.
Fun. Sounds fun.
Yeah, because it's not blend in. Yeah. So yeah, he's I don't have recordings, but I could sing something, and I'm gonna sing something. It's a song that Brio has also heard me sing.
Nice.
Right.
He sits down on a ratty comfy chair, and you see that there's what looks like an Atari joystick there, and he twists it a little, like he twists it this way, and behind him this little automated gun comes up and is pointing at you guys because he really wants you to sing for him. So yeah, that's the pressure. We need you to really be performing under pressure here.
Okay. Well, that's a D6.
Oh Lord.
That's a D4 because I'm singing. I'm also at disadvantage slightly because I'm wearing my spacesuit, so that's a -1.
The spacesuit gives you a disadvantage on cool. That sucks.
Yeah, I think we missed that, but it didn't really matter because I failed on the other one anyways. But I've got juice. Don't worry, I got the juice. All right,
Got the juice.
here we go. Yeah, as kind of expected, that was a 1 and a 4. -1, that's only a 4. But I'm just gonna roll the next 2 dice. I'm definitely burning the juice on this.
Yeah, burn the juice. Oh my god.
So I mean, it's a partial success.
It is. You feel nervous and tense, and he can tell.
4, 5, 6, 7. -1 is a 6. Yeah.
Yeah. You feel nervous and tense, and he can
How
tell.
many ones was that? That was 4 dice and 3 ones.
A lot of ones.
Yeah, that was so many ones. Drath, Cug's nervous singing. I think the couple notes are just a little pitchy, just good enough for Junk Lord. He hasn't had a live performance. He's like taking notes. Oh, this needs to happen more. I kind of like that he's scared. This is good. I'm into this. Drath, though, what are you doing? You've got some time to do something. What are you doing?
I'm looking around. The kind of things I'm looking for, of course, is Brio. Is there any clue about where Brio would be? But also, like, how are we going to get in and out of this place? What are we going to be able to do here?
Cool. So, what break do we think is hidden there? Is it gather intel again? Gosh, I hate that we're using this all the time.
I was going to say it could be Rita Sitch.
Oh, Rita Sitch seems better. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay, so let me roll my D10. I got a 10.
What? That's amazing.
Crazy talk.
You objectively understand the situation. You think back to that other B1 droid. Those downstairs is over under, right?
Yeah.
Maybe this is some kind of over under duplex. And maybe you head out to the balcony and you're able to like shine a mirror or something, but you get a glance at Brio. He's down on the main leg. He's underneath you right now.
And if I, yeah, okay. So I think what I do is I walk over. I don't actually shine a mirror. That would be kind of conspicuous. I think
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
a mirror over in the corner, like, where they're gonna do the chopping. And I see him move a little bit. Now he's hearing Cug sing a song he's heard before.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think as you're watching, he had a like when you first saw right now he's singing, he's looking up, he's sitting in front of a little like a computer unit, little laptop basically.
Yeah.
He shuts that and he says something. You see the droid move out to the front and he looks like he's headed towards a hatch to going down, not up, down.
I want to slip out. I think. Ooh, there's scale a wall.
Hmm.
I'm really bad at that though. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and slip my way down, and I'm trying to get behind Brio, while he's headed towards that hatch.
Okay.
I love
Let's go
that
for
there's
it.
a very Cowboy Bebop shot of Cug singing, and in the background, Drath like goes out to the balcony and then like turns around and goes down, like disappears from the shot, and Cug's like,
I'm imagining that the Junk Lord is played by like an elder Nick Nolte with a big, huge beard, but it's got a bunch of crap in it. And he's wearing what really looks like a Japanese kabuto style helmet, but it's got a bunch of rags holding it on. Yeah, like it's great. Good stuff.
Okay,
Sweet. Let's see
I
your
just
roll.
saw something. There is scale a wall under move and also under muscles.
you can get into a firefight with cool or moves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
There's a little overlap, yeah.
So I am not, using my muscles. I'm using my speed and skill to get down. And my talent is run away. That doesn't apply here. So let me roll my D8. That's a 3. So I get juice.
Oh
That's something
man,
bad.
but you fail. Oh man. So scalable. Interesting. The scalable is too different.
Are they too different?
No, I mean that you can do muscles removes. I had
Oh, okay.
less that. So I should probably put that as muscles or cool. And then you said there's also get in a fist fight or a firefight is two different ones as well. Is it? Yeah. Fist fight.
Getting a
Fist fight
fist
can be
fight
muscles
is
or
2.
moves. Yeah.
Oh, and getting a firefight is moves or cool. Huh, that's fascinating.
Good stuff. Okay. So with scale a wall, you failed, got some juice out of the thing, and I think you fall and take a wound. That because that's literally what it says on 1 to 4. So you're trying to head down, boom, slam on the ground, take a wound, and Brio, who was in the room but trying to pull up a hatch, he sees that and he's drawing out a blaster pistol. And what are you doing here, Drath? He's got the drop on you. You
Yeah.
slide outside. It's a medium range, right? It's not easy for him to shoot
Nice.
you, but he's
Yeah.
going to try. If you act weird. What are you doing here, Drath? You better not be after me.
Your parents sent us because they're worried about you.
Nice. That's good. I love that you're manipulating him, obviously.
Mhm.
see you pull that out. If you can manipulate someone by rolling with cool.
Okay. That is a 1. I'm going to spend my juice that I just got and see if I can't do it again. That's an 11.
Add it together, you rolled the 12 on a d12.
Yep. Got average.
He thinks about it for a minute. It makes sense to him. Well, holsters it. He's got his little laptop under one arm. You could tell that he's been shot and has a bandage. Starts walking your way. Cog, about this time your song ends. Drath isn't
about
around.
that. So I think Tug is really hamming it up, right? Because he's nervous. He's got all this nervous energy. And it uses it to get like closer and like this is the finale, right? It gets closer and closer to the junk lord, and then goes, ah, and is just gonna punch him out.
Yes. I love it. That is perfect. You're getting in a fist fight, I guess.
I'm going for knock someone out. It's
let's
there's
just do that
D12
instead. Yeah,
for
see it.
moves. Unfortunately, does not cross it. Well, okay, hold on. I can knock someone out with muscles, and I will headbutt him instead.
Oh,
I'm
good.
gonna get my
Smart.
headbutt success. Boom. All right. D10 and D4. No juice. What could go wrong? Here we go. That's a 5.
Hey,
What does that do?
they notice you and attack back. You must react. Oh, that's good. So it's not you. They attack back and you take a wound. That would have been the 1 through 4. It's
Yeah.
instead
Okay.
you come in, you slam. He's blood. He's a little dazed, but he's gripping for his joystick, trying to pull that gun around to shoot at you.
Oh, I'm gonna disarm them. That's muscles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab. Is he grabbing he's grabbing a blaster?
No, he actually has like a little Atari, like it looks like an old style Atari, the black joystick,
Okay.
He's
yeah,
got
yeah.
that hooked up to a little
Disarm
laser
someone.
rifle.
Disarm someone is also moves. So
Also moves. Oh, sweet. I can use my D12 on that.
well,
then.
that's the question is are you just trying to use your muscles to do it, or are you trying to get there faster?
Get there faster.
Okay.
I'm gonna so he's scrambling for it. I'm gonna grab it first. I imagine
Nice.
in the background, somewhere Vamp is like struggling to like, oh, this is not what I thought was going on.
Yeah, she hits the ground. She's like crawling away. Oh man, I can't believe I can't believe I got myself mixed up with these two idiots. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Here we go. That's a 6.
Sweet.
Disarm is these are not alphabetical.
Both you and the enemy are disarmed. Yeah, I'm gonna alphabetize it in just a second.
No problem. Okay, I didn't have a weapon to begin with, but maybe he slaps it. Like I grab it, and I'm going to use it on him. He hits it, it goes flying out the window, kind of thing. At that point, I'm running away. Like, not a great bounty hunter. I'm going to go out the other way, like because Drath like went out the window. I'm going back down the stairs.
There were no stairs. There was a ladder.
The ladder.
There's a ladder out
going
on the
back
balcony.
down the ladder.
Okay, cool. So you're like heading out to the balcony out front and trying to scale down the ladder. He's gonna have to get up, get his blaster pistol back out, and head your way. He's pretty slow. Drath, Brio's moving up to you, and he says, "What are you doing here? Why? What do my parents want? I'm good. I've got all the intel. I was gonna scrub everything. It's good. I told Dad. He doesn't trust me, does he? Told you he's the worst."
Well, they understood that it seemed like they were worried that you'd gotten hurt, and it looks like you have. And I pull out my back to spray, and I was like, you know, they sent this for you, and I'm going to hand it to him.
That's amazing. He's bought in, right?
Yeah.
He's holsters the blaster pistol in his really nice holster. It's like, they spend some money on that. And he reaches for the back to spray and he'll take it from you. What do you do?
Yeah. I'm going to attack him from behind and knock him out.
Amazing. I think you're trying to knock someone out. Yeah. Let's do it.
And because I'm attacking him from behind unaware, I get my
Mhm.
talent.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. You're rolling a D6 and a D4. You got no juice. This is not going to go well for you.
That is right. So that is a 3. I got juice now.
Hey. Sweet.
They attack you back and I take a wound.
Yeah, I think he doesn't attack you back. Remember,
Right.
there was a B1 droid in the room. The B1 droid looked like it was inert, but it says,
Warning! Warning!
and then fires on you and shoots you as you try to attack. And Brio moves out of the way. Oh, Jeff, you suck. But please.
Parking B1s, droids shot me all over again.
He's not buying it at this point. Cug, you come down. Brio is trying to draw out his weapon. You heard a blaster shot. You know that the junk lord above, you tried to hit him. He's coming ambling out, trying with his blaster pistol. When you look inside this other room where Drath had come in, Brio is there, Drath is there. Drath's been shot, and B1 is there, and Brio. They both have weapons. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot the B1 that just shot Drath.
Awesome. Get in a firefight.
Yeah, I just and that's like I'm coming down the ladder. The shot happens. I see Drath get shot. I don't even see Drath actually go for Brio. And shoot that droid. That's a D12. I don't think I have anything.
Yeah, +2 in
I
a
get
firefight.
+2. That's a mean roll in this game. Here we go.
Equipment gear in this is pretty great.
10.
Nice. 10. That is awesome. So what happens when you get in a firefight with a 10 plus? Shoot someone, killing or injuring them. Your choice. Do you disable?
Yeah, it just like the B1 just crumples like they do in the movies. Just exactly. And then I immediately like shoot the B1, and then the rifle goes right at Brio. And I'm slowly walking towards him.
What the plan is? What I've got the drop on you type deal.
Yeah, just don't move.
Yeah, he's got his gun on you. He's backing away from Drath where Drath can't hit him. And Drath, you've seen him going for this hatch. He's sidling towards the hatch because Cug and Drath, you guys, it didn't work out the last time you worked together. Listen, you tried to pull a fast one on me. I'm gonna get out of here. You shoot me, my whole family's gonna destroy you and everybody you ever loved.
You blew up my ship. I've loved that ship.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
that's true.
I'm gonna step up to him, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna, kind of step up, reach out my hand, like open, and then I'm gonna grab that back to spray, and I'm gonna use it myself. I'm gonna say, you don't have to worry about us. You have to worry about Rokar, the one we replaced you with.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
You just made up somebody. That's awesome.
We knew all about the exit from here. I'm gonna roll patch someone up because I'm 1 wound from being taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Rokar's a mean Deveronian.
I think Vamp is stuck in the Junk Lord's like area.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
It's like this is the worst job. So you're gonna patch yourself up?
Yeah. That's what it's for. So I'm gonna patch myself up. That is brains. Does fixed stuff apply here? I don't think so.
Thanks. I don't see why not. Do it.
Okay.
I think they should be broad. I want them to be broad versus tight, you know?
the talents. Okay. So let
Yeah.
me roll that. That is a 7, which is a middle. And what does that mean? I need to write that down.
Oh, patch someone up.
You heal 1.
Heal 1. Okay. I think I was going for like, healing up one of the wounds, one of the shots, and instead it was like what actually happened is it healed the bruise where I fell down and hit the floor.
Sounds good.
I kind of
Sounds good.
tossed the empty back to canister to the ground and make this exasperated noise. Like you go down that hatch and we only get half because you'll be dead.
You'll be dead.
That sounds like you two are trying to manipulate him to give up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I really wish there was an intimidate or manipulate someone with muscles or something. That'd be neat. You're leading it, obviously, Drath. So.
Yeah. It's interesting. A lot of the different things do have multiple, like, you could have a muscles manipulate someone, which would be intimidate. In that. Okay. So I'm gonna roll my D12. I got a 9.
And then I roll my D6, right? That's what we decided on?
Yes.
That I have
Yes,
to roll the
and
same die? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The same
that's what we
stat.
said.
Okay. Do I get a +2 for my gun? I guess it doesn't matter too much because we're going to get the success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just roll
Great.
the die. You've gotten the success, but we definitely could have.
Hey, but just barely.
What a squeaker. Oh, that's hilarious.
I think I even like shoot at the hatch, like just to
Nice.
like
Yeah.
he goes for it and like yeah.
Sweet. And just so we're clear, I think at this point, Junk Lord has come down. He realizes, wait, this is way more than I want to get messed up in, and he's backed off at this point. He's busying himself with the Fly Clan who are driving up with Gerbo's speeder right now. And Brio holsters his blaster pistol, puts his hands up. My dad's going to get me out.
I don't care.
Your dad's the one that paid us.
And whether it's true or not, he believes it, and it just breaks him. We cut to how are you guys getting him out of here? I'm not throwing in obstacles. I just want to see what that looks like.
Well, we don't take Gerbo's speeder anymore. That was our payment, right?
There is a taxi service here. You could call for a taxi. They will come to the edge of the slums. So you can frog march him out if that's what you want to do. Or if you want to call in a favor, ask somebody to come pick you up. I'm sure there's got to be someone in Saris who doesn't hate you two.
I mean, is it Rokar? Is there actually a Rokar?
For enough credits, Vamp will and the Fly Clan will get you out of here.
Oh, that's Vam's job. I mean, she's a part of this.
She's
So
totally
Vamp,
part of this.
I think Vamp has to get us back out. I'm like, you got us in here. You're in it with us. We have to now, get out of here. Once you get us to the edge of the village, we'll call in and get a cab, and you'll come with us to collect your money.
Nice. So she will help you get out of here without any trouble to where one of the I just kind of like the taxi service. It's where is it? Dang it. It's in the
Called Ride, RYDE.
Yeah, RYDE. Yeah, ride taxis. So you guys will head and I think it's not droid based because they can just hire everybody gig work part-time and not have to pay them full benefits. So there you go. And I'd like to, as we're cutting to that, we'll be transitioning to epilogues, but I'd like to take a quick bio here, if that's okay.
Yep.
All right. So we've entered epilogue time. First question, is there a row car? Is there really a row car? Or is that just another ruse to fool poor Brio?
So Cug, what do you think?
Hug thought it was that we were making Vamp Rokar.
Nice. Don't want to mess with Rokar. Cool. Second question, how does the payout go and how much does Vamp end up with? It's really up.
So let's
to
talk
you.
about that, Cug.
So we have $5,000, right? 'Cause
Five
we brought-
grand.
If we turn him in for the bounty, we get $5,000 and the hatred of his family. We could also see how much his family would pay us. And, if they top the $5,000, maybe they get it and we'll never be bounty hunters again. Right? I mean, I think you get a vote. I don't think Vamp gets a vote.
No, Vamp doesn't get a vote.
What do you
It sounds
think,
like you're
Kev?
leaning towards giving him over to his family.
I don't know. No, I've got enough piece. I don't care. I mean, $5,000. I like the more money, but then we have to find another gig. Maybe I like just getting the guaranteed $5,000.
Yeah.
$5,000 could be a down payment on a new ship.
Well, this guy owes us a ship anyway. Oh. Okay. The bounty's for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Have his computer. Right? I don't know
Guess
what's
so.
on it, but we could sell that. The information that's on that, it was worth enough for
The
him
thing
to.
that he got arrested for, we could fence that.
Oh, well, I wasn't thinking fence it. I was thinking like ransom it back to the company it came from.
Just so we're clear, the return of the info is part of the bounty.
Oh,
You can
okay.
do one or the other.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now,
I think we give him to the authorities
yeah.
because I think at this point his family has burned him. I think he thinks that somebody's coming to save him and nobody is.
Yeah.
He's in over his head.
Manos finally convinced their dad he's not worth the effort. They went up. He foolishly went up against Seracom, and Seracom has enough pull to make this a really sticky situation for the crime family. So
He's
they're
such
going
a
to let him go.
snot-nosed little brat. Yeah, they're happy to burn him on this.
On Pensiero, Brio is going down for this.
Okay. Yeah. I think $5,000 is enough for our down payment on a new ship. That'll get us out of here and help us make more money.
500 for Vamp. I think that's enough.
500 for Vamp if she joins our crew. 250 if she
Ooh.
doesn't.
She'll join the crew. It takes her a little bit. She has to have some conversations, but yeah, that's too much to pass up for her. Get off this planet, get out of the squalor. Yeah, she's got to walk away from her family, her found family, but yeah, Vamp's in. She's in.
And I think the last thing, did we have anything else? Yeah. And I think the last thing we see is, Drath walking up to the cockpit of our newly acquired junk bucket ship and putting up a wrinkled pack of death sticks on the console and then walking away.
Nice.
Pug's clawed hand grabs the death stick.
And we see this curl of smoke come up. Yeah.
Yep. And there's the the several switches that you have to hit to fly the spaceship. Starts hitting all of those and then hits one, and it's the same Max Rebo techno remix. And then he hits the button again and it doesn't stop. And he hits the button again and it doesn't stop. Vamp!
Yeah, we just hear Vamp's giggle at the end there. That's awesome. That's good stuff. Yeah, there's no XP as we discovered. So we'll just move into some feedback, no wishes, because I can't grant them. It's just a one shot. What did you guys think of CU Space Cowboy?
I liked it.
It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
As a one shot. And there's some things in there that I would steal for other games. Like I like Juice. I like Juice a lot.
Juice works really well. The helping works really well. I like it because it keeps the complication of I can help but not really help.
And
but
it amps up it amps up the threat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do love that it narrows the band that now it's either full success or a full failure. That's it.
I would happily rewrite some of the breaks and tweak them and make them a little like if I was to play this a second time, I would go through them. I would probably add some sort of physical intimidation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I agree with Steven. It's as simple as taking manipulate someone and adding it to muscles, right? Like that's and then I think there's maybe a couple tweaks to some. Mostly it's the fail states. I mean, success is probably the most boring thing that can happen in a PBTA game.
that's true.
So maybe a couple tweaks to the mid successes all seem to be fine. They kept things going. Maybe spell out a couple more things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then does the GM advice call out like hard moves for failures?
Gotta pull it up again. Double check that because I don't remember. It's pretty short. I don't remember it having a whole lot for me. Yeah, no, it's mostly around running combat, how rolls. Yeah, making rolls is like one paragraph, two paragraphs.
Yeah.
Band leader. I forgot the GM's called the band leader in
Band
this.
leader.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the setting that it came with too. I think
Saris is great. I
Yeah.
will probably port this in for some future stuff. It's just enough map and stuff going on for it to be pretty interesting.
Yeah. I'm still looking at. I really like Juice, and the thing that I like about Juice is whenever you fail, it feels bad. And the way that a lot of PBTA games handle that is they give you XP on a fail.
Mm-hmm.
And since this game doesn't have XP, the way that this helps you is it means you get a Benny for the next time you fail where you will more likely succeed. And it's very thematic and it makes failures not feel as bad, which is interesting.
Yeah, I've found a lot of power in the XP on a miss in that it also makes the failure seem less bad. So people are a little more apt to try things that they may not be good at. And this does a similar thing in that folks are less afraid of, man, I think the math on this is the failures are they feel like they happen more.
Yeah, the failures are pretty common. Yeah, and I would probably would have played with my traits a little bit more. Were this a longer running series,
Mhm.
just because some of them, like headbutting, was great. But
Oh, you're talking about talents? Yeah, talents.
Sorry,
I think
yeah.
talents are really something you want pretty darn broad. Like you want to be able to pull in a talent often.
Yeah. But headbutting worked out pretty well, and it just keeps it thematic.
Yeah.
And so did lounge singing. Long distance marksman and improvision may have worked out in other times, but yeah. Sorry, my computer made a noise. I don't know what that was all about. My printer's doing something. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Gear was gear and was very helpful. Maybe I should have leaned more into gear, and that would have
Gear was
indicated-
shockingly helpful. Usually gear
Yeah.
is just narrative permission, but there was some occasionally you guys will whip out, oh yeah, I get a +2, and that +2 felt meaningful in a
Yeah.
way that I don't normally see in games, and that was kind of neat. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was appreciative of it.
I would
I
almost
really
do
like-
like gear packages or something. Like that's the one thing I
Mm.
if there's going to be gear shopping, there should be a 4 or 5 preset 3-4 item lists of, hey, you're the computer hacker, just grab these, just take this. Yeah.
And
But-
see,
For sure.
so I like your edition, Rich, of the specialty position, because that helps give some direction.
Mhm.
And if the gear packages were just attached to that, this game feels like it's intended to be fast and a one shot and a quick little romp. If you said, okay, I'm the hacker, and it gave you just a little bit of hacker gear that made a little bit of sense, and then ideas for talents or something like that, that would be great. I agree.
I agree. Yeah, that makes sense. I think you guys have really come up with a way that if I run this again or when I run this again, I'll take that approach. I'll lean into the specialty and tie that to a gear package that you start with. I do like that the gear, because any game where you do a job, I always want there to be a reason why you want money.
Right.
And there's a definite mechanical reward for having gear that makes money make sense more so than in some other games. But a package to start with just so you can get out there is way better than, okay, and now you go shopping, even though you've been playing this. It's like
I
I
have
have
a
not.
wish.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I did not name my partner, and I should have. Like whenever the boss stepped out, it was like, that's the guy I screwed over. I should have done that, and I just didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have set you up better for that too.
Yeah.
For sure.
What were we gonna say, Greg?
I was gonna pontificate more about game stuff. Just
Yeah.
like I haven't played Orbital Blues.
Mhm.
But from a cursory reading and playing this one feels a bit more like the game. What we got was very much Cowboy Bebop with Star Wars. Like we did it was very Cowboy Bebop-esque in my brain, at least.
Yeah.
Like the whole constant stumbling forward, failure, and I thought it did really well with that. So yeah, no, I like this one a lot.
It's hard
Yep.
Scrabble. There's a lot of failure and
A lot of failure, a lot of
Lot of
success, very, very meaningful successes. The successes always felt good when they happened. I will point out that the character sheet that comes with the game includes favorite food. And
why did
theme
I not
song.
include that?
Favorite food and theme song are added. Yeah.
Why did I not include that? That's definitely an oversight on my part. Woof.
Because
Good
favorite food
stuff.
that's very Cowboy Bebop,
Maybe it's because I was trying to Star Warsify it, so I didn't want folks to have to go down the rabbit hole of okay, then what is food? What is music in Star? Maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. This was several months ago when I created the character keeper. Okay, good stuff, guys. I really enjoyed playing with you.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed draft as well.
Yeah, and
Constantly getting into trouble.
I really enjoyed a lot of the decisions that you made for Cug. Like lounge singing came into play often, and that was a blast. That was so good. Yeah.
With Rich, I don't even have to shoehorn it in there. Rich will make it happen. That's the best part about playing with Rich.
I mean, lounge sending. How could I say no?
Hey,
That
aren't
was
you
so
the
great.
the guy who sings? Why don't you come up here and give me a private performance?
Give me a song.
Give me a song. Sing for me.
Yeah.
I didn't want the Fly Clan to recognize you because I don't think they've actually been out to see performances. But I was glad. Junk Lord, he knows. Good stuff. I'm going to bring this to a close. Thank you guys so much for playing. With this, we'll stop the recording.